Warning, I swear a lot.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to RimWorld. Now, obviously this isn't the most high profile thing I could be doing right now, but I really enjoyed doing this last time. I enjoyed just having a video where we just kind of hung out and talked, and I just played the game because it's a fun game to play and I like doing it. There's nothing exciting set up in terms of the game for this one. There's no like impending attacks or outposts to take out. I suppose I could go after these things. That's probably not a good idea. There doesn't need to be. We're just gonna hang out. You know, gotta balance out all the stressful shit I do with something a bit more calm, a bit more collected, a bit more relaxed, and just talk about stuff. Fuck, there's a lot. Oh, right, we were attacked by mechanoids. Yeah, I was wondering why there was so much blood. Jesus. We won. I don't think we lost anyone either. Someone dropped their knife, but going to assume that was probably Nisha, because she's wounded at the moment. I should probably find out, actually. I need to... Yeah, you've got your knife. Yeah, you got your knife. You don't have anything, because you dropped your shit because you were hurt. Okay, everything makes sense to me now. I don't even know what my plan was the last time I was playing. Like, what was I going for? It's currently autumn. We're rolling into... Oh, speed that up. Rolling into winter, so I guess we're stockpiling food, but we've got 155 meals frozen and ready to go, so I think we're pretty set, to be honest. I've got floors going in here, but no one's working on it because you're all a bunch of lazy slobs, including me, especially me. Oh, that got damaged. Oh, is someone gonna repair that, maybe? Am I gonna? No, I'm feeding Paul. All right, we've got a bunch of dogs who have paralytic aphasia, and we just have to look after them until the people want them back in 7 days. Well, 3 days, actually. They've been here 4 days. Oh, and we're gonna get a recruit for that. Very good. Do we actually have a spare bed? Yeah, we do. Oh, past me is such a fucking genius. I was actually prepared for all this shit. Makes a nice change. Usually shit happens and I just panic and freak out and everything goes wrong. Wow, this is lagging hard. What is the deal? Well, it's still pretty laggy. I tried to fix it. I'm not sure how much good I did, and I did kind of crash my capture trying to sort it out, so... You know what? Fuck it. It's probably fine. This, I guess, isn't really a visual treat. We're just relaxing. We're just hanging out. It's no big deal. So to spark off general talking and discussion today, I actually have some recent news. That's right. I'm keeping you up to date with modern gaming news. On this show, only on this show, the hottest sources, the keenest information, the most controversial takes only found here on FPS during quiet time. It's about Elden Ring, and there are no spoilers involved with this, so if you're trying to stay blind about Elden Ring, don't worry, there's not any specifics in here. It's about the recent patch. On day of recording, fucking 17th of March, I guess, Elden Ring dropped a new patch, or at least I learned today that they dropped a new patch, and apparently it's a pretty big one. They've put in a lot of stuff involving side quests, NPCs, characters. I don't know all the details, but there's a lot of stuff going on with it. Apparently it's quite a hefty patch, and it's really cool that they're actually doing that because the game released quite well, and it hasn't been out for that long, and they're already putting out a rather large patch, which is dope. Gotta appreciate that, because apparently the day one patch was quite iffy for a lot of people. I didn't really suffer from anything along those lines, but hey, they're still working on the game, even though it was like universally beloved on release, which is quite impressive. The thing that caught my eye though, and it feeds into some thoughts and feelings I have about the game, and indeed about From Software games as a whole, and it's gonna be weird how this actually plays into it, but bear with me, is that there is a weapon in the game, an extremely OP weapon. For those of you who care, telling you the name of the weapon isn't a spoiler. It's called like the Sword of Fire and Death or something. Like it's some sword that does fire and magic and is really powerful, and a lot of people get it so they can go super OP really early. Apparently it's being nerfed. Apparently it's being nerfed really hard. Like, I don't know how hard, perhaps. Maybe that's an overstatement, but they are nerfing it. They're like, maybe this is a bit too strong. It's unbalancing the game. We're bringing it back down. We're bringing it back down. So you have to earn your wins, which is reasonable. And it makes me think, upon seeing it, I had this thought, like, right? Because once you start, as a content creator, if you start uploading something on a specific topic, so for me it's games generally, but say for instance, I started uploading a lot of Shadow of War, a lot more Shadow of War videos show up on my feed, as it were, because that is a logical thing for the algorithm to do. If you make videos on a certain subject, you are probably interested in that subject. It's logical. But so was the case with Elden Ring, because we're like, what, 7 parts in now on my Elden Ring series, all of them like over an hour long. Like that's a lot of work. That series is fun. I love playing Elden Ring, but boy, is that a lot of work. But alongside this, a lot of videos have popped up about Elden Ring, and aside from getting slapped with a couple of what's the term, conceptual spoilers, I guess, because people just can't resist slapping that shit on the internet as soon as they can. It's good for views, I guess. I saw a lot of videos about people going into depth. Well, I didn't watch the fucking videos because I couldn't be bothered, but I saw them pop up. Videos of people talking in depth about why Elden Ring shouldn't have an easy mode. It should not have an easy mode. It definitely shouldn't have an easy mode, and if you think it should have an easy mode, you simply do not understand the video game and good game design, and you're dumb. Is the general vibe I got. I'm sure they have much more reasonable explanations. I'm sure they really do take a lot of things into consideration, but this is the general vibe I've been getting from it all. And, I have to say, I'm on the side of I think games should have scalable difficulty. Not because I want to, because you guys know I love a challenge. I like to play shit that's hard. I like to be tested. And I truly believe that many games are intended to be played at certain difficulties and indeed thrive from being played at certain difficulties. However, this is all very easy for me to say as a person who does not have any kind of physical disability or mental disability to my knowledge. I'm sitting pretty when it comes to physical capability. I'm not the strongest or the smartest guy in the world, but I'm doing alright. I don't have any handicaps, as it were. And this is why I think, personally, that games should have scalable difficulty, because not everyone can experience a game and everything in it at its intended level of difficulty. And not everyone wants to watch an LP, right? I have a specific style of how I present this show, and everyone might not be into that, right? I'm a big boy, I can accept that my shit is not for everyone, and indeed some people don't want to see some dude, or girl, or anyone with brightly coloured hair screaming into a microphone for 50 minutes and have that be their experience of the game. Maybe they want to experience it personally, but due to certain physical or mental handicaps, or even just not really being that good at games, not having a natural flow, a natural aptitude for them, just wants to experience the game. This is why I believe difficulty should be scalable, even if it, quote unquote, ruins the experience of the game, because some people don't care about that, they just want to play it, and I understand that. Now, I think people can play. By the same token, I am kind of on both sides here. I think when people look at a game and bitch hard at it for not making that concession, I don't think that's right either. Because, yes, I think it should have scalable difficulty. However, it is the developer's game. They have a way they want to make it, and if they don't want to put easy difficulties into their game because they truly believe that it should be played a certain way, that is their choice. And we kind of need to respect that, you know? They made the game. It's their thing, their baby. You can't tell someone how to do their shit. I mean, you can, but it comes across a little entitled, I suppose. But the reason I bring all of this up, I appreciate this was one hell of a tangent. The reason I bring this up is because people are pissed off that this weapon, this really powerful magic sword, was nerfed. People are not happy about it. And like, I can understand it. I can understand it in general. And I do look at it and I think, I wonder if people who are having trouble with these kinds of games were relying on something like this and then it was taken away and they were sad. There are other ways to break the game, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But I do wonder, and I can't help but wonder this, how many people who responds to people having trouble with this kind of game and say, nah, get good though, nah, keep up or fuck off, basically, who are now pissed off that their favorite OP weapon that they used to breeze through the game without any effort is now gone, right? How much hypocrisy is involved here? How many of those people who act like they're so fucking cool because they can play a From Software game, which is not that much of an achievement, really. A lot of us can play From Software games. How many of those people had that sense of superiority, that sense of I'm so much better and gooder and you all just need to be as good as me, because they were running an OP build. And now it's been taken away from them and they have to find another way to make the game easier. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be that many, but it was just the first thought that popped into my head. People are so easy to talk about how easy something is and how you just need to figure it out when they have a dominant strategy, when they know exactly what they need to do to beat the game. I sit here now and I'm like, man, I can kick back and relax while playing RimWorld because this is pretty easy. But I was new to this game once, and my colony fell apart hard. In fact, I lost like 12 colonies because I just didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know growing my own food was important. I didn't know that many of these things can be made with different ingredients. It just did not occur to me. I didn't know. No one told me. I didn't play the tutorial because I am an impatient little bitch. I wanted to get started. So I did, to whatever detriment that caused me. But once people figure something out and they know what they're doing and they've gotten comfortable with it, people get smug. People get real smug, and I don't think I'm immune to this either. I'm pretty sure I've been smug about some things in the past as well. Like, well, probably not intentionally. I don't think I would have meant to do it. That's not really how I like to be, but I'm sure there are things where I've been a smug little bitch and been like, you just need to fucking figure it out, and you just need to get a grip, and you just need to fucking do it. And it's hard, because I guess a lot of my mentality when it comes to a lot of things is kind of like, yeah, that sucks, but it's going to keep sucking until you get on with it. You know, like, there are nuances to that, of course, like people suffering from depression and whatnot. It can be very difficult to just fucking get on with it, but the key there, I feel, and this is I can't speak for everyone on this, this is just how I react to such things, is that you need to get yourself to a point where you can just get on with it. That's the key point there. But I don't know, there's a difficult balance to strike, really, when it's like, on the one hand, when you're faced with a challenge, yeah, maybe nut up and deal with it. But on the other hand, do you need to face this challenge? That's a point. Do you want to face this challenge? I think people who bought Elden Ring and then got upset because it was really hard, those people I just can't give them my sympathy, because they should have fucking known. The game, the series, the developers have a reputation, a very well-known reputation. If you know the minorest thing about gaming by this point, you would be aware that From Software games don't fuck around. And there was no evidence to suggest that Elden Ring was going to be the easy one, right? It is easier in I wouldn't say it's easier in some ways, I'd say it's more convenient in many ways. You have Stakes of Marika, you can fast travel immediately, which is, I guess, was only not a thing in Dark Souls 1, but every time there's a From Software game, you're always like, are we going to be able to fast travel? Are they going to keep letting us do that, or are they going to go back to the Dark Souls 1 formula? Elden Ring is more convenient, and it gives you a lot more options. I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot more about Elden Ring than I expected. I'm still gonna I'm gonna do my best to not delve into conceptual spoilers. I'm reminding myself more than I'm telling you, but you know, the game is convenient. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. It gives you a lot of conveniences and gives you a lot of options to improve yourself whilst trying to tackle something, to make up for the fact that it's going to be really hard to tackle that thing. We're going to give you as much comfort and convenience as possible, so that all you need to focus on is getting good enough to conquer that thing. It's not easier, not inherently. It's just more convenient. I remember shortly after being lent this PS5, and it's funny because this game is not a PS5 game, it's a PS4 game, so I don't know why that was the one I latched onto and started playing a lot, but I was playing Remnant from the Ashes, which for those of you who don't know is a Souls-like, which is basically Souls but with guns. And I really appreciate Remnant, not just because it's a good game, it is, but that's not the only reason. It's mainly because the difficulty in that game, I feel, for a general gameplay experience, for just sitting down playing a video game maybe at the end of the day or something, is just right. Or it's just right for... it's just right for me, I should say, very specifically. just the right level of challenge, just the right level of difficulty, just the right level of like character development, like the RPG mechanics and being optimal and stuff is like, it's set up so yes, you can break the game and become super powerful really quickly, but if you want to play around with other guns, you're not going to kneecap yourself too hard. And you can achieve some weird shit if you want to. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. It was just the right level of challenge versus playability. It was nice. I wouldn't sit here and try and tell you that Remnant is like the best game ever made or it completely redefines the genre, because it doesn't. You know, it doesn't do anything particularly interesting. The story goes in some weird places for sure, like, I'm not going to drop any spoilers, conceptual spoilers there, but you start off in a sea, you don't stay there, alright? That's all I'm going to say. But it doesn't do anything particularly innovative, it just does what it sets out to do really well, and it's fun, and it's got a cool vibe, and it's got a cool aesthetic. Like, my character on there has this, like, mask built into a sort of World War I style helmet with this big duster coat, and he carries a hunting rifle, and he looks the part, and I am such a vain little bitch when it comes to video games. I love to look cool, or at the very least, look how I think to be is cool, what I consider to be cool. And to have a certain vibe, a certain aesthetic. I adore samurai, y'all know it. If you've been on this channel for more than 5 minutes, you know I love samurai. And I love that aesthetic, and I love that vibe. And games that let me be a samurai always get like a few extra bonus points, because I'm like, I just love being a samurai. But there is a bit of a wrinkle to that. It's not enough to just give me something called samurai thing, or just give me a class called samurai, and then think that's enough. Oh, look, you have a katana and you're called a samurai. Yeah, but I don't play like a samurai. I don't really look like one either. And if it's a game where it's like, you're a samurai, and I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, you do 90 backflips when you stab a guy. And I'm like, that's not a samurai. It's not a fucking samurai. That's an anime character. That's different. That's very different. When I want to play a samurai, I want that slow, deliberate, but also speedy, decisive. Like, you know, that decisive movements, decisive strikes, deliberate movements, the flourish, the sweep of the blade when they like, you know, they rest the blade in the crux of their arm to wipe off the blood. All the stuff from Tsushima, essentially. Of course, Tsushima does do some stuff which makes it a bit weird and a bit over the top, but overall, Tsushima is like that. That's the samurai experience I want. And the funny thing is that the whole purpose of that game is to not be a samurai, but you can be a samurai in that game, and boy, you can do it well. Honestly, Sekiro is also an excellent samurai experience, despite all the backflipping shit, which I just mentioned I don't like, but in my defense, in the game's defense, it does not claim that, Sekiro is a samurai. He's not a samurai, he's a shinobi, which is basically a free pass to make an anime character. If you call your character a shinobi, you can do whatever the fuck you want by that point. And you can actually, through certain skills and whatnot, you can spec Sekiro to fight more like a samurai. There are moves you can give him which make him fight more like a samurai. A lot of hard stance, decisive swings kind of stuff, which is very cool. And of course, the block riposte posture system in that game is just built for samurai duels, which is fantastic. You gotta love that shit. I know I'm just going back on my fucking Foreman talk samurai shit, but I can't help it, man. I love samurai. I wish games would actually take what that means and have it be a thing. Elden Ring, I'm gonna try and avoid going too far into it. I'm really gonna try and avoid dropping any decent spoilers or any conceptual spoilers for Elden Ring, but I feel Elden Ring does a good job of making you feel like a samurai. The weapon art with Unsheath does everything. That absolutely sells it. The Land of Reed's armor, the samurai starting armor, looks great. When you get the non-altered version, it looks even better. That stupid dog head mask I found creates such a vibe. I love it. I love the vibe of that mask. The dog head samurai. So fucking cool. Love it. I'm gonna try and get off of Elden Ring because fucking I said I wasn't gonna spoil shit about it, and I fear I'm coming dangerously close to spoiling shit about it. And some people might not have been able to get Elden Ring on release. Maybe they had to wait, and they come here to a fucking RimWorld video, understandably not expecting to have the guy talk about fucking Elden Ring, and here I am talking about Elden Ring. I'm so sorry. Granted, I don't, obviously, I don't go into these with a fucking script. I just talk about what's off the top of my head, so I was only planning to talk about the patch and the correlation to the Get Good tribe. I didn't mean to go further. I don't think I dropped any conceptual spoilers, but still, I fear I got close. So I'm gonna try and move away from that. I don't know. I could talk about anything else. I wish I'd stop doing this voice. It doesn't sound good on microphone. But I can't fucking stop. The difficult thing, of course, I'm not talking about Elden Ring, I'm just talking about the fact I was talking about Elden Ring, is that I'm doing so much of it at the moment, which means it's fresh in my mind at all times. I'm always thinking about it because I'm, like, I swear almost every day, if not every other day, I am recording Elden Ring, so it is constantly in my brain. How long till this person? Paralytic Abasia, 16 days. Okay. Isn't there a wild lady around here? Isn't there some wild woman? Some wild woman? Yes, Lachelle. We're trying to tame. I hope we can tame her before winter, because she's not wearing any clothes, and her comfortable temperature range is 16 degrees, and it's currently 13 outside, so if a cold snap happens, she will die, like, very quickly, so really hoping we can sort her out before it's too late. Not a lot of building going on? Oh, that's because we don't have any steel. Ah, shit, I hadn't been looking at that. Yeah, we have no steel. Ah, we tapped that steel vein as well. Ah, fuck. How are we doing for... Oh, we've got deep drilling and ground penetrating scanners, but I didn't build them and they require steel. Ah, shit. Ah, fuck. Hello, we found some steel, but it's also connected to a building which might have scary things in it. It'll be fine. What's the worst that's gonna happen? We die? We might die. Maybe we'll die on camera. I'll just have to start a new one. Fuck it. That's RimWorld, isn't it? How did your colony come to an end? Well... we tried looking for steel, and we found a hive of insects. Not ideal, but that's what happened. That's what happens when you try and build a life on an alien world where you don't know what the fuck's going on. And even when you do, hang on, there's a bunch of... Why aren't we mining? Excuse me, fellas. There's a distinct lack of mining going on here. Faith, what is your main job? Smithing, tailoring, and crafting. Okay, but is Faith currently doing any of that? Yeah. Admittedly. Am I mining? Oh, I'm doing busy work. What's Vin doing? Vin is researching. That is what I wanted them to do. Everyone's doing important things. We just don't really have the time for mining. We'll just add it to their lists. If they've got nothing else to do, they will do it, but... maybe when we catch up with shit, maybe I should stop assigning construction projects and then he'll actually get on with mining. I don't know. But I want to have the nice marble floor so everyone can move quickly. It's a useful thing to have. It's the kind of thing you focus on when you haven't got anything else going on at the moment, which is why I shouldn't be doing it right now. But it can be really useful to have your colonists actually move relatively fast, especially if, I don't know, they're carrying someone who's bleeding out, or they themselves are bleeding out and need to get medical supplies. Wizotsky has uncomfortable nudity, but we can't dress them while they're incapacitated. We've got trousers waiting for them, yeah, birdskin pants. They'll be fine. Oh, we've got so much gardening to do as well. We're really behind on everything. We need these new people to show up so we can actually get some of this shit done. But Wizotsky will get up eventually, and she can help out in general. We'll get, oh, what's their name? Venoman for helping out those people, so that'll be good. And then wherever the hell they are, Lachelle, if we can get them sorted out, and you know, oh, well, right, yeah, we can't actually, you're not trying to tame her at the moment, you're resting because of all your injuries. Yes, I remember this now, unfortunate. We should probably try and set up a hospital of some kind. That might be a mad buck. We don't want to do it. We don't need this in our lives. Where am I? Here am I. Do you think an SMG can take down a buck? I don't know, we'll find out. Here it comes. Take it out. I want you to do this Spec Ops style by the book. Wow, that was laggy. What the fuck? That was slightly better. Okay, you did it. Good job. I've been thinking about Code Vein recently. I don't know why. Don't really know why. It's a decent enough game. I wouldn't say, once again, it's not Souls-like that turns the genre on its head, but I remember enjoying playing it, and I've been thinking about going back to it. I did start, very briefly, a series on doing a bad ending playthrough, but I kind of fell off that wagon pretty quick. I was playing it, and I was like, it's another fucking Souls-like on the channel. You kind of get bored of doing them after a while, because what is it? It's a third-person action RPG. They're all kind of the same. And I can't remember if I was doing anything else along those lines at the time, but like, you do kind of need to pace them out a little bit. It's been a little troubling recently because I literally went from doing Bloodborne to Elden Ring very soon afterwards, but Elden Ring was a whole new game, it's a whole new release. There's so much new interesting stuff going on there that it's different enough that it's fine. I had already beaten Code Vein more to the point when I was doing my bad ending playthrough, so I wasn't discovering anything new. In fact, in order to get that bad ending, I was going out of my way to not do things that I would have otherwise wanted to do. So I was kind of already gimping my own gameplay, which kind of puts a dampener on it. I don't know. That's a good game, I have to say, that's a good game. The weapons are interesting. You have to like anime, I suppose. If you don't like anime, then don't fucking bother with it, because it will make you miserable. It's a bit too anime at times, even for me. I'm not an especially big anime person, but I understand what it is, and I understand what I'm in for when I play a game that has anime in it. But that was too much. That was too much. It was like, sometimes you're like, you just sat there and you're like, why aren't you wearing clothes? And why do you keep talking about the power of friendship? Soy out. Soy out. I would really love to watch an anime where they actually act like normal human beings. To some capacity. I would really like that. I'm probably gonna get 50 recommendations in my fucking comments, but I don't know. I don't really watch shit nowadays either. I'm either making videos or playing games at the end of the day to relax. Like, I'll put on an LP or something or a podcast alongside the game I'm playing. Like, recently I've been playing a lot of, I guess this isn't particularly recently because I'm almost always doing this, Total Warhammer 1, because I don't have Total Warhammer 2 or 3. 3 came out, that's a whole thing. And, I downloaded the Radius mods for Total Warhammer 1, which makes that game real fucking interesting, because it adds a shit ton of units. A shit ton. For instance, the vampire counts now have ranged units, they have archers, which really makes that a lot more interesting, and they do a lot where it's like there's loads of different kinds of grave guard and skeletons. Like, you can have skeletons with two-handed swords or mounted skeletons and stuff like that. Like, Bretonia can field an honest-to-God competitive ground infantry army now, which is surprising. The Empire can actually field a ground infantry army, which is even more surprising, because despite the fact that Bretonia is supposed to focus on cavalry and have shit infantry, I've always been certain that Bretonia's infantry is better than the Empire's, which makes no fucking sense, but Empire infantry is pathetic. Really pathetic. Extremely pathetic. Fucking swordsmen don't stand up to nothing. Maybe a group of goblins. Maybe. The only thing they stand up to is other fucking Empire infantry, I swear. So annoying. I managed to beat one by, I beat a very hard Empire campaign by just fucking spamming Free Company militia. And for those of you who don't know, that is essentially dudes with a sword and a pistol. So they fire range. They can shoot at range even, but they're decent in melee as well. So you just have 20 of those dudes shred the enemy army to pieces, and then in melee clean up what's left. And if you want to be extra tactical, you can have some of them go into melee to hold them off for a while the rest of the army moves into position to keep shooting. And you can just kind of outmaneuver your enemies and take them down that way. If you've got enough guns, you can destroy anything. Like, enough ranged units will put down anything, given the time and positioning. Ranged units are the strongest things in that game by far. That's not to say underestimate cavalry and melee infantry, but if you've got the firepower, you've got the firepower. That's it. Thanks for playing. Next time, either bring more guns or something that can counter guns. I do love using cavalry, I have to say. It's always been interesting for me, and I say interesting with the most boldest quotation marks, because I'm sure it won't be interesting to you, but I've always been of the opinion, or about myself, this is what makes it weird, but I've always thought that I enjoyed defense. I always thought my favorite thing about playing strategy games, and indeed the thing I would be best at, is defense. Holding positions, right? Fending the enemy off. I always thought that would be my thing, and I was convinced that it was my thing, and now I always lent into it. But over time, this turned out to really not be the case. And you want to know how I learned this? Through boxing games specifically, through playing Fight. I don't know if I've talked about this before, I don't care. Fight Night Round 3 and Fight Night Round 4. Those games taught me how to play strategy games, which is weird, but when you think about it, boxing is big dudes or dudettes, depending on... yeah, they have a women's boxing league, don't they? Surely. Why the fuck wouldn't they? But big people punching each other. But there's a lot of strategy involved, and fighting styles and stuff like that. But the key thing it taught me, and it's weird that I just never picked up on this until after I played a boxing game, was if you're fighting someone, right, and they're swinging at you, and you're like dodging and blocking and shit like that, but you're not hitting them back, they're never gonna stop swinging at you. Because why wouldn't they? Why would they stop swinging at you? There's no punishment for swinging at you. You're not countering in any way. You're not doing anything to stop them. You're just, you're just evading. You're just taking it. You're just, sort of meeting them head on, not really doing anything about it. So they will never stop swinging. And if they keep swinging, it doesn't matter how good or bad a boxer they are. Eventually, they're gonna hit you. That will happen. Who's starving? Niesha? Oh, well, you've gotten up now, so you're fine. They will hit you eventually, of course they will. You can't dodge forever. And indeed, in terms of the points game in a boxing game, because, if it goes to the end of the allotted amount of rounds, it gets judged on points. If you just dodge the entire time, you're not going to score high, because you're not fighting, you're not playing, you're not competing, you're just dodging. Yeah, you might throw a couple counter punches here and there, but you need to maintain a steady level of, at the very least, counter-aggression in order to continue having a spot within the contest, I suppose, to continue being relevant. And this became a thing in strategy. I would always turtle up, I would always defend, this is the way I fought. And I learned that that was wrong. Sometimes you need to go for people. Sometimes the best, best defense is a good offense. That is actually true in some cases. How do you stop something from attacking you? By attacking it first. And legit, that works in strategy games. What do you do with your little defensive focus if your opponent has range superiority? What do you do if they have siege weapons? What, are you just gonna sit there and wait till they run out of ammo? You never just sit there and wait till they run out of ammo. You don't want them to use all their ammo, because if they've used all their ammo, they have gotten the maximum value out of that siege unit, and that is, you desperately don't want them to do that. I'm currently stuck in a situation, actually, at the moment in that campaign that I was talking about. I'm playing the vampire counts, and the greenskins attacked. I took Ackendorf, fortified it, and it's a strong fortified position. Greenskins have attacked it. Now, as it currently looks, I'd say the most smartest efficient thing to do would be to sally out and fight, because I don't want to just sit under siege for God knows how long. And the thing about the radius mod, it affects the AI as well, and it makes everyone more rich and have a lot more money, so they have a lot more armies, which means if I just sit and wait for my reinforcements to show up to drive off the greenskins, there's a good chance 2 or 3 more greenskin armies are going to show up. And then I'm in trouble. Then I'm in big trouble. Whereas right now, I could potentially force them back. I could force them to withdraw. But they have a lot of catapults. They have like 6 rock lobbers. And like, yes, the undead now have ranged units, and that's great. They don't have siege weapons. It would have been way too much to give the vampire count siege weapons. I know the vampire coast in Total Warhammer 2 does have siege weapons, but guns are their focus. Whereas the vampire counts are all focused on melee. It's all melee all day. The fact that I have archers is an extremely generous thing for the mod to do. But yeah, no, they have like 6 catapults, rock lobbers. Rock lobbers are pretty good artillery, as it turns out. I was talking about artillery, I thought that was a fucking rocket coming in to destroy my fucking settlement. My heart actually skipped a beat. That is the shuttle that wants the puppers, wants the doggos. That's fine, we can get them on there, we get our new person, that'll be great. But that's the difficult thing, right? They've got 6 rock lobbers, what am I gonna do? Just sit there and wait till they run out of ammo? Yeah, I can resurrect my troops because we're playing as the undead, but there's a limit to that. By the time they finish getting through all their ammo, we wouldn't have enough troops left to fight their army. They have an army. They've got 2 stacks. Well, they've got like 2 and a bit stacks, I think, and I've also got 2 and a bit stacks. But I lack ranged firepower, and a bunch of my units are also like zombies, which are chaff. Virtually worthless. Are you guys actually taking the dogs? Stop digging at the steel and start loading that shuttle. We need those doggos in that shuttle yesterday. It reminds me, actually, I was thinking about this the other day because it was a battle I was so fucking pleased with. This is a completely different campaign, no mods involved, but it was the vampire counts. And I was attacked by the Warriors of Chaos in a heavily fortified minor settlement. So it had walls and it had an increased garrison, but like it wasn't a major settlement. I wasn't getting all those benefits, as it were. And the place was garrisoned by a vampire lord. I can't remember his name, but he was a vampire lord who was well known for being good in melee combat. He was a fighter. He led by fighting, basically. He was really good at it, and he had some cavalry with him as well. And nearby, we had a very, 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 very low-level necromancer with a fuck-ton of zombies. By all rights, I could not win this battle because my troops were just simply not strong enough. And I was playing with no mods, vampire counts don't have any ranged units, and the Warriors of Chaos excel in melee. So we were meeting them in a method of combat that they like, that they're all about. And they also had hell cannons, so they actually outranged us as well. The only advantages we really had were the city walls, the towers on the city walls, and then the layout of the town itself to try and funnel and choke point them and shit. So what I did, and it was a really satisfying experience, was that I actually fought the battle like I felt like I was fighting it like a vampire, an undead army would fight in defense, you know, because a horde of zombies is used for attack, right? That's an offensive army. That is to go and attack. That's not really a defensive army. You don't hold positions that way. But I sort of figured out a way to make that work. Like, I sent some chaff onto the walls to hold the walls for as long as possible to keep the towers firing, because those towers were grinding us 3 kills. Shit was great. Just let them keep shooting at stuff. I think I used them to take out their hell cannons and stuff to prevent them from dropping giant chaos magic riddled rocks on our heads, which is good. You don't want that. But those walls got overtaken, and they got overtaken pretty quick. No good. But not unexpected. So once Chaos has taken the walls, they start flooding into the town. And these are giant, demonically powered killing machines in plate armor, right? These guys don't go down. Not until they've taken about 20 people with them. Shit's a problem. And I'm using zombies, who are actually the weakest units in the game. But they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be chaff. And the typical response to this would have been to have all my zombies just, you know, form a wall to just keep them back for a while. And that is kind of what I did, but I did it a little differently. Because you see, the Warriors of Chaos had to fight on the walls, they had to fight for our chaff on the walls, they had to run up to the walls, they had to climb the walls. They were getting tired, as troops do in Warhammer, in Total War. And my zombies were chill. My zombies were chill, they were refreshed. Now that's not a deciding factor in beating them, because they were never going to be able to take them, but it does mean that the zombies were able to punch a little bit above their weight, more than usual when fighting them. So there was a big, straight, narrow street heading from the walls to the sea center. Very easy to imagine, it's literally just a straight line coming down to the sea center. Instead of massing all of my zombies in one place and having them all fight all the Chaos Warriors at the same time, I staggered them. I just had, going down that line, I just had like groups of zombies going down it, but at any time, the entire enemy army would fight one unit of zombies at a time, which sounds terrible, because it's like, but then they'll just fucking trash them, and it's like, actually no, because the way that funneling works, approximately 3 or 4 of each enemy unit would actually be fighting the zombies at any given time. So there's like 6 armies, 6 units, 3 men from each of those units fighting my zombies at one time. So yes, we're still outnumbered and they're still crashing their way through the zombies, but they're getting tired, they're suffering casualties. Every unit of zombies they plow through, they suffer a few more casualties, their men get more and more tired. And there are so fucking many zombies for them to get through. It was literally like setting up like I was some kind of dungeon master and I was just giving them more and more challenges to go through. Now, these tactics all sound well and good, right? Like, oh wow, Foreman, you sure did outmaneuver those extremely powerful, demonically powered fucking battle tanks. Not really. This was a delaying tactic. They were gonna get through eventually. I couldn't stop them. They're too strong. But we were inflicting casualties, we were tiring them out. I had my necromancer and a vampiress in the town center slinging spells at them to tire them out, slow them down, hurt them, do whatever they could to keep them there. And then I sent that vampire lord, the one who was a tasty fighter, out with his personal group of knights to go track down the enemy Chaos Lord, leader of their forces, the big Mamba Jamba himself. Because multiple skirmishes were sparking out across the town because that's how town battles work. But I sent him out to snipe that motherfucker, and to my surprise, he did. He found the guy, chased him down, forced him to run, and then cut him down as he fled, which made a big difference because all their leadership, all their morale just started to tank. And now, oh hello, refugee chased by pirates. We'll have to put this story on hold. What's all this then? A 49-year-old livestock farmer from Zeke is calling from nearby. He is being chased by pirates from the Friends of War. If you accept, you'll have to fight off the pirates on his tail. The group of pirates is composed of 4 gunners, 2 snipers, 3 gunners, 1 gunner, and 2 thrashers. So 6, 9, 10, 12 of them versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. But I am a genetically engineered war god. I will finish this story first and then we'll focus on this. But now that the Chaos Lord was dead, we had a full unit of knights and a powerful vampire lord at its head to fucking go for him, to start clearing up around the town to assist in all of the skirmishes. And bit by bit, you just watched the entire tide of battle, and this battle that should not have been won just start to shift. Their numbers depleted, ours started to wash over them, and it was a beautiful sight. And it also led to one of the funniest things I've done in a Total War game, which is where I had a unit of zombies in a plaza. This is like a plaza with 2 entrances, one behind the zombies, one in front of them, just hanging out. And from in front of them, a bunch of Chaos Warriors wander around, and they see this unit of zombies just standing there fucking drooling, or whatever it is the zombies do. And the Chaos Warriors were like, oh shit, easy win, easy life. Look, there's a bunch of chaff over there, we'll kill them. Foreman's balance of power will go down. We're 1 step closer to winning the battle. So they start to charge the zombies, and the zombies are just fucking standing there like, you know, as zombies do. As they start to get closer, the zombies look around and see this horde of demonically powered full plate metal motherfuckers coming towards them, and slowly start shuffling towards them to initiate combat. But this is a foregone conclusion. There's no battle here. Or there wouldn't have been if it weren't for the fact that when the Chaos Warriors entered the plaza and looked to their left, for those of you who don't know Warhammer, I'll describe this in a way to give you some better context. There was a horde of golems, you know, Gollum from Lord of the Rings, Smeagol's, a horde of fucking Smeagol's, and behind them, a group of cave trolls, right? And, they knew that they had been had, and they knew that they had been fucked, and sure enough, they were. And it was such a satisfying moment. I felt so smart for doing that. But that battle always holds like a really warm place in my heart because it was such a fun battle and it was so desperate and I couldn't believe I won. But now we have our own desperate battle to deal with. So how long did it say it would be until they arrive? Oh, I guess they're going to be here any second now. Have you got the dogs on the fucking thing yet? Yeah, they have. Okay, we can send the shuttle. Send it for... Oh no, we're still filling it up, I guess. Hang on, let's find out. We're currently paused, so yeah, Faith's just getting a dog over there. We'll make sure she gets the dog on there, because god damn it, I don't want them getting hurt. I don't care. That is our top priority, is to keep them alive. I'm still mining some steel, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna be quite important in that battle, so I better make sure I'm ready to fucking fight. We still haven't researched turrets yet, so we're unfortunately having to fight them ourselves with no real backup. I've tried using like floor traps before, but your people always accidentally set them off and it's bad. Zeke, my dude, you're a pacifist. My fucking god. We don't need you right now. He's really good with animals, though. Alright, Zeke, let's just sort you out real quick, and then we can get to the main thing. Psychically hypersensitive, and he's a masochist. Don't understand. Well, I mean, well, the games I play, you think I would be a masochist. Alright, Zeke, let's just sort you out real quick, and then the big boys can start talking about how we're gonna defend the place. I was gonna get him to pick up a revolver and join in, but apparently that's not his style. Okay, Zeke's good to go, provided he doesn't get ambushed by pirates on his way over. I hope he can run fast enough. We just need to find out where these stupid guys are coming from. And then we can set up defensive positions. Zeke, buddy, I fear for you. Oh, he's I picked up this. Oh, good man. He's already helping. Oh, I should give him a bed, shouldn't I? I think we're actually going to run out of beds. We might want to start building new houses. Although we do have that barracks. Give that to Zeke. Yeah, we have the barracks. It's probably okay. And Wizotski will literally get that room when she recovers. Yeah, siege. They're gonna try it. Oh, fuck, they're sieging us. That's not what I was expecting. Faith, have you gotten... nearly. Okay, so we're gonna have to go attack them then. That's not what I was expecting. That could be problematic. I just realized Niesha doesn't have any weapons. Oh, she has a machine pistol. Did she pick up a knife as well? She did. Okay, she's good to go, actually. We're watching for targets. Very good. Okay, once Faith has dropped off that popper, we'll have everyone rally over there. That's good. Once Faith's done that, she can join. There we go. Nice and safe. Send it for the boys. Get your pistols. Join us over here. Venomman joins. God, I hope Venomman can fight. They can, but they're... Oh, they're not in a good position. Ah, they should be okay. We can't really wait for Venomman. It's going to take them way too long to grab a weapon and join the fight. So we're just going to have to go ahead with the attack anyway. It's a rough situation. It's a rough situation. This could spell the end of the colony. I should probably sort out Venomman's stuff first as well. Annoying voice, psychopath. Good at crafting and fighting. That's actually a pretty good skill set, to be honest. Recreation. Bot. Work. I guess we've stopped doing the talky aspect of this video now because I'm having to concentrate, but I don't think y'all will begrudge me that too much right now, given the scenario taking place. For now, that could be Venomman's bed. He'll deal with it. It's a nice place. He'll be alright. I don't think there are any other free beds around here, are there? I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Okay. Venomman, fucking run. Try and avoid getting shot by pirates if you can. Zeke, run as fast as you can. Everyone else is going to need to get into position. See what we can do. We're going to want to hit them as quickly as possible so that they don't actually have time to set up the mortars. Otherwise, things could get problematic. Plus, they are going to build defensive positions as well. So that's a thing. But if we manage to defeat them, there'll be a ton of stuff for us to steal, which would be really nice. I think they're planning to set up in that little, Oh, no. Oh, God. I hope they're not going after... Venomman's away. He's safe. If we can get to a position where we could start sniping them a little bit, perhaps. Oh, that could be a good defensive position right there. It's a good ambush spot. Lots of trees. We can fuck them up before they actually get to start using their stuff. Oh, one of them actually has a shield generator. Fuck, that's no good. Faith is damaged. We should get her to back off. I think she got shot in the head, but fortunately her helmet kept her alive. That's quite a battle. If we get Faith over there. Niesh just taking some hits. Ah, it's not looking great. This could be the end of the colony. Niesh is down. Zeke. You need to rescue her. Another one down. When is that shield gonna run out? God damn. Move up to there. Better accuracy. Oh god, Faith, run! Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna need to get Venomman over here. Maybe he can flank from the south. What the fuck is Zeke doing? Hurry up, Zeke, for fuck's sake. How long's Faith got? 9 hours. She should be okay. We can just get them to retreat. That'd be something. We're starting to rack up some kills. I'm taking some hits, but I should be okay. Good, good, good. That's good, they're fleeing. Okay. Alright, we've won. Fucking hell. Alright, I need to rescue Faith, like, now. Smooth will run the moment this is, the moment I unpause, because she's already realized she's lost. Those guys will run away. May as well gun down the survivors if you can. Why the fuck not? Fuck them. They tried to kill us. Hey, we have a prisoner. Hey, look at that. Hey, one of them survived. Hey, that's good. Are you dying? Vin, are you dying? Vin's dying. Crystal's not dying, so why don't you capture that guy? Capture Kingman. That'll be fun. That was quite a battle. I wasn't sure we were gonna win there, actually. Fucking shit got quite real. Venomman. Wow. What a scrap. I'm not even dying because so much of my fucking body parts are mechanical, so there's not a lot of bleeding going on. That's silly. We've got plenty of medicinal, herbal medicine. Hurry up, buddy. Tending to Nisha. How long has she got? Oh, fuck. How good is your medicine? Pretty good. Fuck it. Just, you need to stop the bleeding, man. That's it. That's all you gotta do is you gotta stop the bleeding. How's Faith doing? 7 hours. Yeah, I'll be able to treat her fine. How is this situation going? 5 hours. He's doing it, though. He's doing it. Bought some time. I think she's gonna be okay. Yeah, I think she's gonna be okay. He's keeping on top of it. How about Crystal's carrying Kingman? I don't know if he'll survive long enough to be treated, but if he dies, I ain't particularly fussed, because he's... Honest needs rescue. Vin fell over. Vin will die in 6 hours. How's Faith doing? 6 hours? Shit, man. Rescue Vin. I don't know if he'll get over there in time to really help. Foreman's doing his thing. That's me. How's Niesha doing? She's kind of losing the battle. She's losing the battle. She's losing the battle. She's losing. 10. Oh. I don't think she's gonna make it. Oh, fuck. I don't think she's gonna make it. I don't think he treated her fast enough. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 6. Oh no, she's not gonna live. There's no way he can't treat another injury in that time. How is she doing? 10 hours. How's Vin? Vin's now being picked up. Niesha's gonna die, I'm pretty sure. 4, 3, 2, 1. She's gone. Ah, shit. We could still perhaps save Vin. If Venomman hurries up. I'll keep her... Actually, I'll tell you what, where are you taking... Oh god, that's too... No, that's too far away. No. What you need to do... Clear prioritized work, rescue Vin. How's Vin doing? 5 hours, good. Get him there, and we'll bring Zeke down there ready. How's Faith doing? Faith is fine, she'll survive. And Venomman's off to do his thing. Where is Zeke? Okay, he's actually at a point now where he would be better off just, yeah, treating him with medicine rather than trying to do it without medicine. I only did that with Niesha because time was against us, basically, and Zeke just needed to stop the bleeding as soon as possible. He failed. He did his best. I don't fucking begrudge him that for a second. He absolutely did his best. How's Kingman doing? Is Kingman fine? 20 hours. Yeah, he'll be fine. Oh, fuck it. So, Vin, how are you doing? 4 hours, but Zeke's coming in with medicine, which might... It will increase the amount he does. I think maybe it'll increase the speed? I don't know. Maybe I should have just got him down there to stop the bleeding straight away. I don't think Vin's gonna survive. Oh, come on, Zeke. You can do it, man. Come on. We need him. We can't lose people like this. Losing Niesha was already a massive blow. I think he's got that under wraps. Foreman's not gonna tend to himself. Faith has survived. That's good. We need a grave for Niesha. Sucks that she died. She was really good. Or I think she was really good. I liked her. That's what happens. How's Vin doing? Yeah, Vin's fine. Yeah, Vin will be okay. Alright, at least we saved someone. At least Faith, Vin, and probably Kingman. Probably. Yeah, Kingman's fine. I guess he'll replace Niesha. Such is the life of a RimWorld colony, you know? Right, well, I guess we'll leave it there, ladies and gentlemen. Actually got kind of exciting there at the end where shit popped off for real. That was a serious battle. Sadly, we lost Niesha, but overall, this was a success. We did it. We defended the colony. These videos are nice. I like making them. They're fun. There's something about them that's very liberating. I don't know. I enjoy doing it a lot. It just allows me to not try too hard to be entertaining. I'm not too much of a try hard when it comes to making jokes and whatnot, but sometimes it's nice to not try and be funny, I suppose, and to just talk and make a video and just have that be a thing. I don't want to do it all the time because then it wouldn't, you know, it would get even more boring because I would even run out of things to talk about and then it would just be nothing. But it's nice to be able to just sort of do this, and it's pretty easy to edit as well, so it's kind of relaxing as well. I don't know. I don't want to make too many concessions. Foreman Talks already exists because I wanted something that was easier to make, and I don't want to just have everything be easy to make because then the overall quality of the show would drop and it would be lame as fuck. But this was fun. Let me know what you think, because I enjoy doing these. I think I'll do them anyway, but I'd like to know what you guys think, and I'd like to know what you think about anything I might have said today. I talked about a bunch of shit. I don't even remember it all right now. Let me know what you think, but I digress. I'm rambling. Thank you so much for watching, and whatever happens next time, and there'll be more RimWorld. The adventures of these colonists is not over yet, and there'll always be more things for us to talk about. But whatever happens, I hope I see you there. Doodles. Goodbye.